What will you talk about with clients and what don't you want to talk about with clients?
Well, typically we help people with slips and falls and car accidents and other serious accidents that are other people's fault. We don't help with the property damage to your car. I mean, we'll give you some general advice, but that's not something that typically you use a lawyer for. It's more injuries to your body that we can help you with.
Okay. Are you seeing a trend in personal injury claims?
I think there's probably an increase. I think with growing awareness of the fact that you actually can sue, people are coming forth and getting the compensation they're entitled to. I think that is a little bit on the rise, and I think that's a good thing.
What about cases where you think it's going to be frivolous?
Well, there is in Ontario, there's a threshold. So at least in a car accident case, there's a threshold. So you have to have a serious and permanent injury, and the injuries have to be worth more than $30,000 in order to even be allowed to sue. So automatically, a lot of cases are eliminated. Sort of the basic whiplash cases, for example, usually can't go forward. They're just statute barred.
Okay.
But oftentimes, you know, a fairly minor injury that disrupts your life, if it's not a car accident, it is still something that you can pursue. Small claims court now is $25,000. So
that's not really small, though, is it?
Not really. And so I think that's just since January, but I think we'll see an increased trend in personal injury cases going that way.
And is it seasonal?
You would think that there would be more claims from accidents in the winter.
That's what I was thinking,
yeah.
Or just ice on the sidewalk or something.
Yeah, certainly there are more slips and falls in the winter, but surprisingly in my own practice, and it's not very scientific, but in my own practice, there are way more accidents in the summer. And, you know, August is when I see most of the car accidents.
What do you attribute that to?
Probably more people on the road. People travel faster. Because they're not being cautious because of the icy snow. But I mean, again, I don't have any science behind it. Certainly bicycle accidents.
That makes sense.
Much higher as well, and just cyclists on the road do create an added dimension to driving. So, yeah, I mean, every season brings its accidents.
Okay. Are you busy now?
I am, yeah,
Really?
It's busy, yeah. Lots of people, I mean, people don't necessarily call you the day after they have an accident either, right? So I might be getting calls now for accidents that happened last August.
And is there a statute with that?
There's a 2-year limitation period for most accidents, so if you don't sue, and that actually means filing the lawsuit in court by 2 years from the date of the accident, you can find yourself out of time.
Yeah, because often an accident really doesn't have the physical signs immediately after. There's a little bit of a window sometimes.
For sure. I mean, or you think it's going to get better. You know, so, you know, a lot of people have an accident, walk away, don't go to the doctor right away, and then sort of within a week they feel really lousy. And those people tend to, you know, have a viable claim. What becomes more difficult are people who sort of have aches and pains, assume it's going to go away, oh, I'm just aging, and then all of a sudden it's been 6 months since the accident, and they think, hey, this accident has really interfered with my life. I'm going to do something about it. But they haven't been to the doctor. They haven't seen a rehab specialist. They haven't talked to a lawyer for advice. So lots of time's gone by. Those cases are more difficult.
So it's important when anything happens that you think you may want to proceed with a claim, a paper trail is very important.
Well, that's right. Doctor's records, hospital records.
Just in case.
Just in case, absolutely. You get better rehab when you go to the doctor, too. You know, they will refer you to who you're entitled to see.